Hi, my name's Lucy Ellis and I'm the Executive Editor for In Vivo of the Pharma Intelligence Group, and I'm here at BioEurope Spring in Vienna. I'm joined by Peter Llewellyn-Davies, the CEO of Apeiron, a European biotech company based here in Vienna. So thank you for joining me.
Yes, thank you, Lucy.
So you're a company now, 5 products in the pipeline, 1 on the market in the cancer immunotherapy space. So IO, highly competitive. How do you differentiate yourself within that area?
Well, IO is a very widely used term. I must admit, immuno-oncology, it's all over the place. So you have to differentiate it in a way that you say you have very specific products or product candidates which are different to the rest, and that's the way we do it.
And further into that then, what makes you unique? Why should people be paying attention?
Well, from the one side, we have a marketed product, and this is quite rare. We're the first Austrian company that has actually brought a marketed product in the immunotherapy field onto the market, specifically for oncology. And secondly, we feel that there are sufficient ideas in our company and sufficient technologies which make us different. For example, a checkpoint inhibitor, which does more than the usual checkpoint inhibitors that are currently on the market or being developed.
So perhaps you could tell us a bit more of the story of getting to market then, and what it's like having that product on the market as a biotech.
Right. Well, the product we got on the market, we developed it ourselves from preclinical to approval. We out-licensed this product to a company called Pharma, who market it, further develop it, and also sell the product for us, which is good because then we can focus on other technologies. But we get royalties, we get milestones, so for us it's a win-win situation. And what it's like is great because we have revenues, we have income, we have a cash base which we can use to invest in other products and other technologies.
So looking at the pipeline then, what are the next major milestones? What else have you got going on there?
Well, our focus will be now on developing our innovative checkpoint inhibitor strategy. We have a product which is called CBL-B, which is basically a target, and this target will be the future of our company, and we'll be investing in this. And the next milestones in this respect are, of course, clinical trials. We've had a phase 1 trial completed, and now we're going to enter into new trials, particularly phase 1, phase 2 trials, upcoming already this year.
And do you have the funding runway then to get those products through to clinical development where you've mentioned?
Well, we're in a really fortunate position here because we have regular revenues coming from our partnership with the user. The product is selling very well, the user is doing a great job, and we're getting the increase of the revenues, but also we have other deals, one with Sanofi and Evotec, and one with GSK. And that brings us regular revenues as well through milestones and hopefully one day revenues as well. So from that point of view, we're well financed. Of course, starting new clinical trials, investing in something really innovative requires lots of money. So with that money we get from the partners, we also have a European Investment Bank facility, 25 million euros, which if we want to, we can utilize. So far we haven't done so. And also we have some very good investors which will support us along the way as well.
You have quite a lot going on, money to do it. How do you balance that as a smaller biotech of prioritizing programs, making sure everything's moving smoothly, making sure everything's moving forward, and quickly being in the space that you're in?
Yeah, we're a really small team. We only have 35, 40 people here, all based in Vienna, which makes it easier. So one thing is to keep the team focused, keep it together, working on the same projects. The second thing is focus on the technologies, focus on the targets. And that's what we've been doing over the last few months. We've been focusing our pipeline on very specific ideas and very specific clinical trials that we're following through on.
That's actually something I'm hearing more and more within the immuno-oncology space, is not just we're IO, but we're specific in this area with this drug in this target. So what made you go for that strategy, and how do you think that's working so far?
Yeah, that's an excellent question because that really relates to the first question you asked. How do you differentiate yourself? And the basis is focus. Focus, be specific, it's easier to tell. The story is easier to tell than if you're starting about 5 or 6 different technologies, and it makes it very difficult for anyone to understand what you're actually doing. So that's what we're doing. We have a very crisp, a very clear story.
And do you think you're going to see more of this from competitors as well, though, getting very narrow into different areas?
Well, the funny thing is we don't really have any competitors. That makes us very unique. There is no one else, from what we know, that is working in this field of a checkpoint inhibitor focusing on CBL-B. Right? So there are other ones around, but they're all very, very early stage, and we're already in the clinic. That's why there are competitors around, but not really.
So one advantage there. So you talked a bit about some of the partnerships you already have.
Yeah.
Are you seeking more partners? You're here at a partnering event at the moment.
Sure, absolutely. So at the moment we say we don't really need partners, but we have one technology which we'd like to out-license. I won't bore the viewer here with the details of it, but effectively it is an antibody focusing on the GD2 expression from tumor cells, and we're looking for a partner for that.
Okay, brilliant. And the partners that you do have then, how do you manage having several different big pharma partners?
We manage it in that we have extreme close cooperation, we're a very friendly cooperation, we work together because we all have the same focus, the same goal, bringing the product to success. And that makes it a lot easier to work with.
And based in Vienna, European biotech, what are your main concerns? What keeps you awake at night when you look at the industry within Europe?
Well, luckily I'm a very deep sleeper, so I don't stay awake at night worrying about the biotech industry, but there are a few concerns that one should have. We have to strengthen European biotech. We have to strengthen the investor base here. Everybody's running to the US to get investments. Everybody's running to the US to get specific investments, IPOs, good IPOs in the US. We have to strengthen European biotech. We have to strengthen the basis for successful investments.
And what do you think will improve the situation there and strengthen the situation? What do we need more of?
Well, the Europeans are technically, and always from traditional here, they're very risk averse, European investors in general, but we have many generalists in Europe who there's a lot of money around, but there's no one really that intensely interested in taking additional risks. And biotech is a risk business, that's where it is.
Yeah.
High risks, high rewards, right? That's how it should work. So we have to bridge the gap between finding investors who are prepared to take the risk, but also achieving rewards. And there have been some great success stories in Europe over the last couple of years, which we should build up on.
Definitely. And IO then, what's next within this market? We're already hearing about next generation products, but what does that really mean in your opinion, and what do you see on the horizon?
Well, it's an amazing field, and it's so broad, you said at the beginning. It's an amazingly broad field. There are so many excellent technologies out there, and it's so exciting because we're just part of it. We're part of this field, and we feel excited because we are part of it. But also, I feel that there is a lot more coming ahead of us.
Yeah.
We're talking just about oncology, right? Oncology is such a big field, and we'd like to be a market leader in this area, and we're working very hard towards it.
Great. Well, thank you for joining us, Peter, and it's good.
Thank you very much. Thanks, Lucy.